Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined here tonight in the studio by Dr. Batran, the economic and technology foresight expert. Dr. Batran, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
It's a pleasure, as always.
Dr. Batran, first off, before we start talking about our topic for tonight, I just want to ask a quick question regarding the tripartite summit that took place and ended today, actually, between President Sisi, the Jordanian monarch Abdullah II, and the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. They were all discussing the Palestinian issue, and they reiterated their support for President Abbas, trying to safeguard and look after the rights of his people at all levels. And they were talking about having a set sort of timetable to resume the negotiations and find a real end and a real resolution to the Palestinian conflict. Now, this conflict has been going on for decades, and now they're talking about having a set timetable to end such a conflict. How feasible is it to find a resolution or an answer to such decades-long conflict?
I'll tell you what, in my humble opinion, and from what we know of our country, Egypt, and the state of Egypt at the moment, Egypt always upholds peace. Egypt always upholds negotiations in a peaceful way, and Egypt upholds the international norms and legislations that are acknowledged by the multinational and the multilateral organizations of the world. And within this context, Egypt is trying to push forward the agenda of peace for the Palestinian people, of peaceful coexistence with its Israeli neighbors, and for sure its Jordanian neighbor as well. So these are all they are the main pillars of the issue, the Jordanian monarch and President Abbas. So this is number one. Number two, which will coincide with the second part of this program today, is about development. Egypt has been supporting and helping the Palestinian issue in the ways that it endorses, in the ways of, it took side of the Palestinian people. So it took side of development, of growth, of helping the Palestinian people, investing in infrastructure, creating work opportunities for the Palestinian people, building what they need, giving the factories they need, giving them houses, the housing they need. So this is what Egypt does. We are steadfast in supporting. We are steadfast in supporting the people of Palestine, in supporting peace, in supporting development, and always within the international umbrella of the norms accepted internationally, not from one side to the other. And this, I believe that, you know, the drip of water over a rock, you said it has been taking decades, so I believe that the water has been dripping long enough on the rock, and at the point where we might say, oh, it's not going to happen, I am sure that it's going to happen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this hopeful note really takes us to a very hopeful initiative that has been taking place in Egypt for about 9 years now. The Long Live Egypt Fund has actually broken 6 Guinness World Book of Records in terms of charity work. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back. The Long Live Egypt, Tahya Misr Fund has achieved 6 Guinness records for charity work. Over the past 9 years, billions have been spent in various fields such as the health sector, dealing with disasters and crises. The fund also participates in putting an end to slums and dangerous areas, improving villages, achieving economic development for the most vulnerable groups, providing decent housing and supporting female breadwinners. Last week, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed the government to continue strengthening the role of the Long Live Egypt Fund in achieving comprehensive development, supporting the most vulnerable groups, improving the standard of living and enhancing the society's ability to face economic challenges. The desired plans are implemented in partnership with government agencies, civil society institutions and the private sector to reach all eligible people with development and social assistance nationwide. The total contributions made by the fund since its establishment in July 2014 in various sectors across Egypt reached 22 billion Egyptian pounds, including 7 billion allocated to urban development, 11.5 billion pounds earmarked to the healthcare, 1.3 billion pounds allocated to social protection initiatives, 400 million pounds allocated to providing jobs, and 531 million pounds dispersed to support education. The fund also allocated 200 million pounds to support talented people, and 400 million were allocated to shore up the investment sector.